welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're gonna do a pick a card, um, mainly about your dreams and or any messages that spirit is trying to relate to you in your dreams, or if you have like a recurring dream, why you having that dream. So we have two piles here today. We have the octopus, and then we have the cobra reverse. So you can pick your piles or your piles, and I'll see you over there. Hello there, pile one. Welcome to your reading. So you pick the octopus. Okay, so these all came out together. So let's see what we have here. We have chopped wood and round and unfinished symphony. So I'm gonna continue before I say something. And then these came out together. Rejuvenation and to be fair. And then these two came out together. We have sympathy, whatever, and thinker. That word. And next we have extraordinary. Oh, exceptionality. Time. And then we have sailing and music. Funny enough, the song that's playing is Do You Remember? Um, so with this round and round, this unfinished symphony and this chopped wood, something, it was unfinished and it's gonna go round and round. Either way, it's like, but I'm picturing it's like a record that's on is playing, but like there's no sound, there's no music coming out of it. So like it's finished, but it's still like going round and round and round, as if it's unfinished, but it is. And with this, the chopped wood is giving like it needs to come to an end, or it's about to come to an end, or because octopus they can tend to like morph into like certain things and change colors, so it's like and fit into certain places where they need when they need to hide. So I guess this person thought they was gonna be able to end it and start it whenever they thought with this rejuvenation, and if that was fair on their part, and that wasn't actually fair to you because the octopus brain is like kind of glowing. Um, and then the sympathicity, got it, and thinker. It was like where you was able to see or realize what they was doing and stuff like that. Um, with this extraordinary, they were trying to talk down on you and make it seem like, oh, you do this all the time, or you start something and you never finish it. And that wasn't the case. It was you would start something and then they would try to chop it down, and then you will have to rejuvenate it, bring it back to life. And that's why it was always round and round. Cause you always, it's like you will start something, they chop it down, so you have to nurse it back and heal it, and it's like once it get back to where it was before, they chop it down again. So it was like it was you was never able to get to the finished product because of this person, and they was trying to tell you like it was never going to be successful or anything like that. But it was like it would be if you just stop chopping it down, right, and be fair, like just let it grow and do what it needs to do, because it keeps rejuvenated, so clearly it's supposed to be there, it's meant to be there, it's meant to happen. And they trying to make it seem like it was just a waste of time for you, and that's not the case. But with this music, let me use the music that you can see real fast. Because you're getting messages, if it's not by your dream, you're more so getting messages by songs telling you what is about to happen or what is to come. And trying to tell you what's going to happen or what's happening around you. I'm trying to tell you like little messages and stuff like that. Or it could be just relating to music right now. So we have Fake Love by Drake and Big Papa by Biggie. Oh, yeah. You already know that there's people talking about you and trying to bring you down. And trying to make it seem like you're not capable of doing what you're doing right now. And meanwhile, they was always in your face and trying to take your place, and they can't actually, like, without you they won't be able to do it, because they don't, you the thinker, you're the creator, they don't know how to do it. They can't, their brain don't work the way your brain works, and or like and stuff like that. You think outside of the box, or find, because there's multiple boxes here, you find like even like a little line or a tangent to make your own, rather than, so you don't fit in the box, you're not in the box, you in your own little lane, your own little thing, your own little corner, and they're trying to make that your, like, theirs as well, and it's just like it's only a spot for one. But it's like when you walk away and when you move away, that's when they realize your worth, and and see like, oh wow, like we really counted this person out, underestimated this person. Then we have the King of Wands reverse. So somebody that's very manipulative, controlling, superficial, and materialistic, and very fake charming. Like he would tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, to try to get his way. And then we have the Nine of Cups reverse. Somebody very smug and arrogant as well, and very vain. Nobody, it's like when you're around this person, you pretty much are not happy. Yeah, the Temperance. It took you a while to realize this, but it's like once things started balancing out for you, and making sense to you, you slowly started getting in touch with yourself, because your back is pretty much turned to this person. So it's like this change and this shift happened where you started to get on your path and move away and finding your own lane and finding what is for you. And somebody or some group of people, because there's two people over here, see, and then people, like two people over here, like see that you're getting away, and thinking about on the time that they spent on, or how they can manipulate the time that y'all spent to make it seem like it was all peaceful and harmony and loving, and that they always knew that you can do it and care for you, but it was all fake in the end. It's because now you have, to them now you have some type of popularity, some type of clout that they want to attach themselves to. It's all fake and superficial. Then we have the Six of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. The Empress. Okay. With the sailing, you're moving on to calmer waters, like I said before. And where you're moving on to is bigger and greater things. And where the Wheel of Fortune talking about like a change, also talking about chance. Like this person have a chance to come in, right? With this chop word from the chopping block and stuff like that. And do the right thing pretty much, but they are choosing to start this unfinished symphony again, to make this cycle go on and on forever, which is why you walked away. And it's only fair and right for this thing not to start back up, because they started it out of greed and insecurities, and like pretty much trying to feed off of you, latch onto you, because you're balanced and you actually have some type of happiness, and you're attracting more opportunities, and like you're literally the big papa. And they they want to be in that spot, but they don't know how to get there. So it's like they want to be in that boat with you, attached with you, and latch on with to you. And with the moon and the sun fighting here while you walking away, it's like in the synchronicity, you already know this, or have like an inkling, have this feeling. And it's like their pride and their ego. Okay, it's like your psychic abilities and your higher self versus their pride and ego. And they feel like what they want is more important and more valuable, when it all is that's not the case. And it's only because without you, they know they can't get it. So, which is why they try to hold on or latch on to things, because they can't afford to lose certain things or act a certain way. Or when I'm picking, like you walk away, like I said, like you're the idea person. If you're the idea person, you're like the one that creates the things and stuff like that. You walk away, there is no business. Production stopped. There's no new products. They know this. There's no that. All that stops and comes to an end. It comes to a halt, because you were the nurturer, the abundance, the whole opportunity to change, the shift, the transformation. You did all that. You was in control over it and in charge. And then they pretty much did all this, pretty much try to stop you and sabotage you and talk down on you with this fake love, because they felt inadequate and they was real jealous of your growth and where you going and the things that you have for yourself. And we have the Six of Wands. Death. The Ten of Cups. The Page of Wands. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be honest with you. The last time it did that, it it ended the video like 3 times. Um, Videos didn't end this time, but I don't really know what that means. If you know what it means, great. I don't. Not doing no Morse code or anything. Really don't know what I do. Um, but we're gonna continue. Then we have the devil. So you have transformed, like, cause there's a fairy here, but then there's a butterfly here. So pretty much you transform and evolve from this situation with this rejuvenation, and it was only fair and only right that you get to move on to calmer waters. And while you was doing that, you also healed and let go what needed to be let go and released. And like there was a very long, it was a battle that you was fighting that you didn't really know that you was fighting for some people. And because with this walking away, like, even if like you, at some point you just realized it wasn't worth it and just threw in the towel and started walking away, and like you just realized you was above it, or it just wasn't worth going round and round with something or someone that just refuses to understand where you're coming from or seeing your point of view. And which is why they're trying to tell you to get away from this person. So this is supposed to represent, like, what's going on in your dreams, like, might be like little fantasies and stuff like that. And then these cards is like the dark little undertones, like the meanings of like what they're trying to say. So it's like, in order for you to have victory after this very long battle that you're fighting, which you might not realize that you're fighting because you keep going round and round with this person, it's not really worth it because they're manipulating the whole situation to make it seem like you're not wasting time, but you are wasting time, is to walk away and move on. That's the only thing, the only way things will change. And with the death being here, this is no death rebirth. It's just dead. There's no way that birds are going to come back to life. It's done. It's over with. And it's because this person have nothing left. You know who they are. You know what they have, and all this other stuff. Like, there's nothing left for them to offer, for them to do, or any other thing for them to play, or any way like that. Because you already know it's going to be a lie and it's going to be an illusion and a fantasy, because this person is actually jealous and inadequate and insecure, standing like next to you. They trying to make themselves off to be a king, but in all actuality they are a page, where, like, compared to like an empress. If you see yourself as an empress, they're actually a page. They create this illusion to make it seem like they're a king, and that's all devil energy. It's all fake. But you're seeing through that, which is why all this is coming to an end. And things is getting balanced out. Because Temperance is an angel and this is a devil. So it's like, you know the light and negative energy. You know who is who and which is which. Which is why I said this, the moon and the sun is fighting. It's psychic and higher self versus ego and pride. Sun. Over us, greed, money, abundance, growth. They don't want you to be on your path because they don't want you to have some type of, they don't want you to get to Big Papa status, pretty much. They feel like it should be them, but they don't. Some of them don't have, they don't have the idea or the creativity to do it like you do, or even the ambition to do it like you do. They don't have the ideas, the ambition to drive, don't know how to do it. And the intentions behind it, they don't have the passions either. They just curious about it because you're doing it. You're attracting money. So we have the mildew fairy with cleanup time. Witch at the end of the world, an important end and a new beginning. And then we have the pink lotus fairy with time for spirit. Funny enough how each one goes with it. So yeah, like I said, you see it through this um King of Wands reverse. You seeing through their manipulation and their actions. You're seeing that they was overcompensating for a lot of things, and like you're moving away from them. Um, or like just fake people in general. And but the people that are trying to copy you and then trying to make it seem like you copying them. And the people that are trying to suppress your voice and trying to keep you down and stuff like that, throw you out of balance and throw you out of whack. And steal your abundance. Or try to latch onto you, use your name for clout, or try to start something. Um, or feel entitled to what you're growing and what you're doing. You letting all that come to an end and cleaning all that up and moving away from this person. Like I've been saying, it's your higher self versus this person's ego. And ego never wins pretty much. So it's like, it makes no sense or really, it's not really a fight or a battle. Pretty much. Which is why, is you just being yourself. Right, you're in balance and peace and harmony with yourself, so you're just being who you are. And they're sitting here trying to twist and turn and be somebody that they're not to beat you. So that's why it's not really a fight, and they're angry, they're upset because they want you to be stressed out and upset and unhappy because they want to cause wave and cause commotion. So like it's hard for you to move away, and it's it slows you down, but it's not hard for you to move away. It's you're still getting away and stuff like that. You're still gonna reach this status and this level, and or another flip side could be saying, oh yeah, because the octopus does changes colors and it changes shapes to fit into like places. You could be the okay if you're the King of Wands reverse, two different two different scenarios. If you're the King of Wands, changing yourself and manipulating yourself and lying to people and stuff like that, doing this whole fake love crap, Spirit pretty much saying stop that. You need to stop that shit because it's not working and the people seeing through it. So you pretty much just sabotaging yourself and shooting yourself in the foot. Um, you need to get in touch with yourself, balance yourself out. Because you're beefing with yourself in all honesty, because with this angel or this earth angel, whoever it is, this psychic person that you're thinking that you're beefing with, you're in competition with, or you're battling, they're not thinking about you or worried about you. You know what, it's like it was when Escanor in the Seven Deadly Sins, when um one of the like um the other, I think the 11 Commandments, I think it was 10 Commandments, right? Whatever, I forgot his name, but he was struck down by his own sin, so he couldn't really do anything. And Escanor was just like, like, I hope it doesn't offend you that I don't want to fight you, but it makes no sense for me to fight you if you can't move, if you can't do anything. It's really not much of a fight. It's like that. Like this person, you're battling pretty much yourself. Because the person Escanor done walked away, he's not there. Like, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. So you got to figure that out and balance yourself out. Because you're thinking people are your enemy or your opponents when they're not. They don't even see you that way. Um, Now, other side of people, some people see you and view you as competition, and it's you versus their ego, but you're not really seeing as a competition or a fight because you don't see them in that way, in that light. You don't really think of much of a battle or a competition. It's like you can't compete when you can't compare, when you don't compare. And again, like I said, you're the idea person. So it's like, if it doesn't work out this way, you can do it this way, and you can do it that way, you can do this way. It's like where they always gotta look to you and come to you to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this then, I'm gonna do that then. It's like it's always a dupe or a knockoff of what you're doing. And we have the Queen of Pentacles reverse. As a lesson you need to learn is there are some materialistic people out there that just want you for your money and what you can do for them. Ace of Pentacles. They try to make it seem like they can give you a solid, stable offer. But even if what I'm picturing is like somebody gave you $10 today and they expect you by tomorrow you turn it into like 50 or like 500, and it's just like, what? Like they want quick and easy money, like, and you're more looking for a solid and longevity, something like very stable, and they're not. They want quick, like, gratification and shit like that. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. See, freeing yourself and liberating yourself from that, because it's not. It makes no sense, because then you're just gonna be always be codependent on, like, paycheck to paycheck, or it's not like a lucrative. It's not. It's just something very materialistic and superficial that's just not gonna last very long. Like I said, if you don't do that, it's like, because it also popped in my. It's like Fenty and Kylie, right? You know, like they say like it's pretty much just similar or the same thing to what Fenty is doing and stuff, like it's like that. So it's like, if Fenty doesn't make anything or doesn't do anything, what is like Kylie's gonna do? Are there gonna be any new like lipstick or lip gloss, any shades and stuff like that? Or is like they like that kind of thing? Is like, are you gonna make your own, or are you just literally gonna continue to copy this person? And where this person, right, where Fenty is like, okay, she had makeup, then she had Savage Fenty, where now we have lingerie, and then we have this, and then we have like, there's other outlets that this, like, she can go in, where this person doesn't really have all that outlets. You get it? And then it's also like with the devil being, it's like where they obsessively are trying to outdo you and compete with you and make it seem like they on the same footing as you, or you on the same footing as them, and when in all actually you're not. And like I said before, they try to make it seem like they're a king and they're actually a page. So it's a page coming to an empress. And then, if you don't want to see it that way, it's a devil and an angel. That doesn't really work. Somebody's pretending to be something that they're not. And those, like, they try to make it seem like two, like, y'all supposed to flock together and stuff like that, and stuff like, when that's not the case either, which is why they really just trying to attach to you for materialistic and money reasons. Um, for your stability. Next we have the Dragon League Garden, A New World is Born, and Little Red Riding Hood, I am not the victim. I'm not a victim. And then we have Dragonfly Mermaid, you are attracting wonderful news. And then we have Alice in a Sea of Tears with Cast Away Out of Your Depths Feeling Abandoned. So it was like the people that pretty much put you on the chopping block, like left you out in the cold. You created this whole new world of your own and made like brought pretty much healed yourself and brought yourself back to life, and it was only fair and it's only right for you to do so. And it's like without the stress and unnecessary problems and stress, you was able to think clearly and create the things and do the things that you wanted to do with no problems. You had the time to do it because you wasn't too busy worried about somebody's going to say or going back and forth with somebody. You pretty much spent some time with yourself and time with spirit to move on and go for what you want in life. And now they feel like they on the chopping block for abandoning you, and you're casting them away and throwing them away. And they, because they've been out of the depths, like I've been saying, like y'all wasn't on the same level. They didn't want you to know that because my throat keep closing up. You wasn't supposed to know that they was in competition with you, and they feel like you was beneath them. In all actuality, sorry to say this, it's kind of mean, but they was beneath you, and they want you to sabotage yourself for their sake. And now you're realizing that you do have like power and a say in your feelings and your thoughts are valuable. The things that you want to say and do are valuable. If you want to cut this person off and block this person out, you can do so, because you have to do what's best for you, what's best for your life. What they thought cutting you off was best for their life, you was like, all right, cool, wish you nothing but the best, peace and love. And they went about their business. You're now attractive, wonderful news that you did what was best for you. You are leading to like solid and stable grounds because you released materialistic and superficial people that would do nothing but try to manipulate you out of being in alignment or being in balance with who you are, and then to later on affect how you live your life, so you won't find your life purpose and be happy and feel like your life has meaning. There we have the Six of Swords with the Gentle God, with perception of unity and protection against accidents and healing the sick. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess with the God, the eternal and lasting success, protection from like spells and curses and stuff like that. See, with the cleanup time, all that is being swept away and cleaned up. And then we have the Page of Cups, God who rejoice, divine comfort, giving consultation and protection from one's enemies. And the Page of Cups also talks about trying to apologize or wanting to apologize. But it's like this person had the time and opportunity to do that, and they chose not to because they were so busy in their pride and their ego, which is why he was able to fully heal and actually move on and find out. It was like where before you, I don't know if you was waiting for this person to tell you the truth and you felt wronged with this I'm not a victim. You felt like they did you wrong and stuff like that. They cast you away or threw you away. They didn't tell you why. This and the third. You was a victim. You're now realizing that like this person actually did you a favor. You dodged a bullet, and it's like why once you have that realization, that change of perspective, you started to with this rejuvenation reevaluate and see the how your connection was and realize like it probably wasn't the best or wasn't the healthiest, and that also helped you change and move on more and more. And now this person is want to come back in and apologize for what they did, but it's still just fake. They was fake then and they fake now. Then we have the angel of creativity. Told you, it's because your creativity. You were the thinker. You the creative. Without you, they don't have nothing. There's no project. Everything stops. Is at a halt. And then we have the angel of meditation. Yeah, we had that here. With the time for spirit. So that's what I'm saying. You might get messages probably, like, even if it's your dreams, might be a little bit hard for you to understand. But music, you understand it through music and meditation and stuff like that. Now, if you had a question during this reading, or just think of a question right now, I already have the card out. So, give 5 seconds. Alright. So the answer is not the right time. With the Temperance being here, that also talks about patience. So meditate on it. Continue trying with the Page of Wands being here. Like, do some research on it and stuff like that. But little baby steps and things of that nature. Don't just full on go out and stuff like that. Baby steps. And yeah, that's all I see for this reading. I see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching. Hello there, Pile 2. So you picked the Cobra reverse. So in this deck, the Cobra talks about like spiritual teaching, spiritual teacher, and stuff like that. So you're not learning the lessons that you need to be learning. So hopefully you're not teaching nobody, because if you haven't learned them, how can you teach somebody how to do it? It's like trying to teach somebody calculus and you don't know calculus. You never took it a day in your life. You don't understand it, and you're not even good at math. So it's just like, what are you really teaching this person? That kind of thing. But you a little bit snippy, being fake, superficial, or just defensive about it, because but it's actually like the truth a little bit, or somebody around you is doing it, and it's because this is truth. The truth is being exposed. Okay, so there we have by the book. So pretty much like I said, somebody is not doing something right, and then yeah, see, not for you. Then imagine. So, this chest, it reminds me of a whole other video I just did. Okay. Another pick a card. If you drawn to the pile, then you know what I'm talking about. But either way, this person is like with this chest and stuff like that. Is they normally say like, oh, I was playing, like they was playing checkers the whole time I was playing chess or something like that. It's like y'all wasn't playing the same game. Where you was going by the book, they was trying to cut corners and stuff like that, and you weren't doing that. You feel like what is for you, you wouldn't have to cut corners. And like the things that you're imagining and you're manifesting for yourself, you don't have to cut corners for it. And you don't want to cut corners. You want to do things by the book, so you don't attract negativity, or it doesn't come like at a cost or at a price and stuff like that. And we have house, wealth, oh Jesus, hold on, she got nipples, and doctor. Boom. Hold on. Okay, hers is covered. Hers wasn't covered. So with this house, because this is one person here, right? And he's looking at that house. But normally, Now I'm getting like the story, the picture of like you're looking at the house. You probably used to live in that house, and then you're like, oh, we had nice memories here. Too bad it's not for me anymore. And like you're walking away because it's like it's not for you. You literally, where before things used to be nice to go, yeah, used to be by the book, everything was fine and thing. They used to be able to make money together and stuff like that. It was like at some point with the doctor being here, it was no longer able to heal or maintenance or keep it up, and you had to let it go, or you're letting it go. Also, another thing, somebody was trying to cut corners for money and manipulate you for money, or they left you for money. Grass and green was on the other side, but this house ain't got no grass. So it was an illusion the whole time. And that's what it is. They thought money would fix their stability and their happiness and stuff like that, and it was an an illusion, a lie. And you did things by the book, so where if you, let's say you manifested happiness and money and stuff like that and wealth and stuff like that, you will get that, where this person just mainly focused on wealth and thought wealth would then bring them happiness. Even no matter how much money they have, they will never be happy or never be satisfied, where you have both pretty much, because you healed what needed to be healed to have a stability, like stable flow or abundance of wealth coming to you. Everybody want to have nipples today. We have the world. Hold on. I have to cover her. Hold on. I have to cover her butt as well. Okay. The world card. And so a cycle is closing, coming to an end. It's gonna, or something's gonna be known very like worldwide with this wealth being here. Um, could be like international wealth and stuff like that. You know, euros, pounds, pesos, all that. Then we have judgment. Oh, judgment in reverse. So, let's see the next card. And the devil. They want you to make a decision to start a karmic cycle back up for, like I said, material reasons. And that's not for you. They're trying to tell you not to do that. Because somebody is trying to come back to start, like, try to get you to do it, to make that decision. They're going to try to make it seem like it's up to code and by the book, but it's not. And we have the Ace of Cups. The Ten of Wands. The Devil. The Five of Swords. And the Fool. Okay. So, this person can go and try and make it seem like it's a very solid, stable offer. This, with the Ace of Cups, is romantic. It's going to lead to some type of creativity, some type of wealth, some longevity. Um, Nothing's given like Hierophant, but if anybody is spiritual, they can't actually teach you and tell you anything and give you actual messages. Um, because they just gonna, everything or every choice that they say or every advice that they give is just gonna attach you to a karmic. Or somebody is saying or trying to teach you or trying to make it seem like they are Like they're this doctor, they know what they're doing and stuff like this. Like they in this position, or they in like a position of authority or of power, and they know what they're doing, but they actually don't. That's why it went from like at least to emotional stress and burdens, because you're attached to pretty much the devil, something that's pretty toxic and karmic and materialistic and superficial and always for material gain. And with the Five of Swords, it's like a battle, but then like self sabotage in a way. Like they pretty much trying to get you to. It's like you start battling them, like you probably start like arguing with them and stuff like that. You have some very strong points, okay, and then at some point in time they try to flip it to make it seem like and turn it against you, and it's like you start fighting yourself and start sabotaging yourself, and they get away scot free and make it seem like it's innocent, like, or they try to make it seem like it was just a foolish little whim and so naive, but in all actuality, like I said before, some of them try to do like this whole grass is greener, and the grass was never green. There's no grass here. It was an illusion the whole time with the devil being here, and it was a bad decision, a bad judgment call, and they sabotaged themselves and sabotaged the connection that y'all have that could have, like, I'm not sure if it would have ever led to anything, but even if it could have or would have, they sabotaged it. Being materialistic and superficial and immature and impulsive and foolish and greedy. Then we have the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Lovers. See, karmic. What I said. But they're gonna try to make it seem, tell you that y'all soulmates and y'all meant to be together, but it's not. Um, Nine of Wands. It's like a karmic tie. So even so, y'all could be okay. It's like y'all could be soulmates, but y'all karmic soulmates. It's like where you haven't healed and was still attached to something. If that doctor still attached to things, was unstable, wasn't grounded, then yes. In that period of self sabotaging yourself, then yes, y'all are soulmates. Y'all would be that continue doing everything together and stuff like that. Y'all literally, but like went have the whole thing, every sign to say like this is a karmic soulmate, a karmic twin flame, and you persevered from that and freed yourself from that and we're moving on to calmer waters, and they're trying to make it seem like no, 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 no. Like, you can't get away. I'm supposed to go with you. I'm supposed to be in the boat with you because I'm your soulmate. And then it's like if you were supposed to be with me, if you were actually a true soulmate, you would have been in the boat with me. You wouldn't have been stopping my growth and telling me to stop the boat. You already would have been in the boat. Like, that kind of thing. That's what they're not getting. See? Think of once. If you were drawn to the first pile, let me tell you. See? For money. Wealth. Um, But and superficial reasons and materialistic reasons. They want to create fear in your heart or just fear in your head that you're not going to be wealthy or abundant or be able to do certain things without them. That you have to cut certain corners or lie or manipulate to do certain things or to get ahead. But that's not actually the case. They try to get you to corrupt your morals or like give up your like your integrities and stuff like that to do what they want you to do. And because this deck is pretty much showing like if your dream is all like happy go lucky, that kind of thing. And then this one is pretty much like the dark undertones behind it. This king of wands is pretending to be a fool when they actually a devil. They trying to pretend like they don't know what's going on, like this whole ignorance is bliss situation, to pretty much try to get you to sabotage yourself, so you won't continue to grow and persevere and move on, and won't leave them and walk away from them. You continue to make this bad decision, a bad judgment call on renewing and starting this relationship again and again, because they're your soulmate and stuff like that. Y'all meant to be together. Also, with the devil coming out first, then the lovers, that's backwards. And now over here, you put like where it's like you're trying to put down the burdens and walk away from this person and doing what's best for you because you realize this is not for you. And it's like now they want to come in and open up and be like, I don't want to say they want to be honest. They're not going to be honest. They're going to tell you what you want to hear, but they're not going to be honest. Okay? If you want honesty, let me tell you, they're not going to give you the honesty that you want. They're going to give you like, they're going to admit some things. They're going to fake little white lies. They're not going to tell you everything. They're not going to hold us the right way. Which is why the house is not grounded. There's no actual stability. Which is why they still burdens. Because I was going this way. If I go this way, it went from the Ace of Cups to the Three of Cups. So, like this cycle starts, yes, like slowly open up or like try to see eye to eye, communicate, and then it's just stress and burdens. I can't collaborate, and you don't understand or where there's or how there's problems or why you're not collaborating or things not going right or going together. It's because and also the Six of Swords talk about like in the beginning there's bumps and then there's waves and there's instability, and so this is why it's dark here. So there's nothing but stress and burdens. You can't collaborate with each other. And although one person is taking on all the heavy load and this other person isn't doing anything, or doing things by the book, like where like one person is doing it the right way, so it probably like the time that it needs to take is the time that it's taking, and the other person, because they're cutting corners, or want you to cut corners, want you to get it done quicker and faster, and it's like, no, if I like it needs to be done this way. It's like, let's say it was food, right? And something needs to take an hour or an hour to 30 minutes to cook and stuff like that. It's like they want you to blast it to get it to cook faster, and then it's like it would get it cooked faster, yes, but then it wouldn't taste the way that it needs to taste. Like it affects other things, and they don't care about that. They more so care about the money, and that's why there's nothing but stress and mixed emotions and upheaval. Where it's like sometimes y'all can collaborate and there's good times, and then there's other times where there's downs and then there's ups, and it's like it's always like sometimes you see eye to eye, and sometimes y'all don't, and it's all because of the money and the materialistic gain and superficial things, and you're releasing that by when it's moving on to calm waters. You're releasing the negativity and the toxicity and things that's not for you to actually find your true soulmates. And this person is trying to make it seem like that's a bad judgment call on your end, because if you leave them, right, you're sabotaging your wealth and your pockets and your abundance, and you're always gonna have to be fighting tooth and nail to make money, but that's all just fear and illusions. They want to create, with this imagine, they want to create fear in your head or like a negative picture, so you be so scareful and fearful and just take whatever offer they give you. Then we have Two Little Witch, magic space clearing time. I don't know why they keep doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not doing it either. Like, Then we have carnivorous flower fairy with a tempting offer at a high price. So like I just said, like they want to create fear in your heart or just in your head to like you just jump out with every offer that they take. You just naively or blindly take it and accept it. And oh, like no matter what the problem or the stress is or the burden is, you continue to give to it. Then we have faceless ghost and the haunted girl ghost people. Yeah. Um, you moving away. If they trying to come back to you, it's because the guilt was eating them alive. And they still gonna try to sabotage you. They're not gonna try to do the right thing, so it makes no sense. Which is why the devil keeps coming up. This person has nothing but bad and evil intentions for you. They don't really care. They're not trying to heal the situation or ground the situation. They just want the money or to know how you making money, see how you doing it, something. Then we have the high priestess. But the lesson is to be able to read between the lines and see that everybody is not going to tell you it's not going to tell you the truth or speak the truth. Because I keep saying like there's a spiritual teacher and stuff like that, and then with because the Cobra talks about teaching and guidance and stuff like that, but it's reversed. You're not qualified to teach. There's like they're trying to like imitate or make it seem like they are and they're not. Which is why like when you it's hard for them to face and see it, but it's the truth. So they try to lash out and be snippy, and funny enough, the Cobra and puff up and lie and sass you and stuff like that to try to get you to leave it alone or forget about it when it's like no, answer the question, like that kind of thing. See, justice by the book. It's only fair and it's only right. And then, because with the high priestess is pretty much attached to the crown, right? So all the aces, right? So the ace of pentacles, the ace of cups, the ace of wands, and the ace of swords. When them the wand, the 10 of wands being here, you try to have the ace of cups, but none of the other aces is coming with you or showing up or appearing in any way, shape, or form. And it's like they trying to say like, oh, if you keep working at it, it's gonna come, or keep trying, it's gonna come, but it never comes. All that magic and and illusions that they're trying to create and install or in fear and stuff like that, it's you're seeing through that. That's just the ace of swords, right? You're seeing through that, and now they're shocked and scared because now where before the Ace of Cups they thought it was just like emotions, now your psychic ability is up and heightened. So you're now able to see and realize who's trying to emotionally manipulate you and lie to you. And it's like then next you started taking the Ace of Wands came when you started taking passion on actions on certain things, and that was like curious to you, and you continue doing it, and more your ambition grows or the passion grows to the point that it leads to the Ace of Pentacles, something very long and very solid and stable and wealthy. Because it's also attached to the yellow, and the yellow right here is the 6, which is harmony, and everything always working out and coming together. You did all that by yourself. And then the High Priest is talking about secrets. Nobody knows how you did it. They trying to come in to find out how the fuck did you do that. But it's only fair and it's only right that they don't know. That's why I keep saying, like, you in the boat already and they trying to tell you, like, wait, I'm supposed to be in the boat. And it's like, if you were supposed to be in the boat, you would have been in the boat. They're literally trying to stop you, your growth, for you to go back to pick them up. That's karmic. That's toxic. It's not for you. It makes no sense. And because you have now it's like five attached to the six. So fives is that's all about conflicts and transformations. So with the sabotaging, you freed yourself from that. You're no longer doing that. The mini competition or the secret competition or the secret animosity, people trying to sabotage you and bring you down, compete with you, you're letting that go. Um, Pretty much with the Five of Pentacles, you left that out in the cold. They left you out in the cold. You was like, alright, cool. You put your big boy boots up and stuff like that. The Five of Cups. You cried for it a little bit. You was sad. You was depressed. Alright, a little melancholy. Boo hoo hoo. But you turned around because you were like, wait, one, two, three. This is supposed to be the Five of Cups. Where the other two cups? You turned around, realized all is not lost. And you picked up your little big girl boots, big boy boots, and you went on your little merry way. It's only right and only fair. You've harmonized everything within yourself, healed yourself to be grounded and stable to move on. And this person, conscience and guilt, is eating them alive because they could have like have some type of stability or longevity with you, do something with you, but they chose to manipulate, lie, steal, do whatever to the point that it's pretty much impossible or just hard for them to come in. Dude, Page of Wands. Not Page. Knight of Wands. They was a player. They throw this peace and harmony out of balance, and you harmonized it and bring it back together by yourself. So it's only right and it's only fair that you moved on by yourself. You did it by the book. You did what you were supposed to do. This person didn't do what they were supposed to do. Why will they get rewarded for doing something that they were supposed to do? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. And they looking back at you because they know that you're about to get vindicated or justice and stuff like that, and they want to be a part of it. And they, like I said before, they did so much that they, even if they apologize, it's like, oh, that's cute. Like it does nothing. Like it means nothing. And they can't even copy you. No, they don't know what you did or how you did it. It's like even if you tell them, they won't understand. They can't comprehend it. And another way with the devil, that's what I keep saying, this person is a karmic. They trying to stop your growth and y'all no longer on the same wavelength, and they trying to bring you down to a whole other wavelength. They no longer harmonize. With the six, y'all no longer in harmony or in flow. Or even if you are, you in better harmony and flow with other people than you were with this person. You outgrew this person, literally. Also, this person doesn't measure up to you in a way. With the psychic abilities and stuff like that, they don't measure up to you. They pretend and play and act like they do and that they have it, but they don't. And then we have the fairy ring with new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvement. Yeah, but your growth is real and authentic because you trained for it. They don't do that. They more so either copy or steal or take. Then we have little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, responsibility. And that just popped in my head. It's like, imagine you in workshop, right? You're good at work. What show was that? It's like you're good at workshop and stuff like that. And so you're passing and they're bad at it. And the only reason why they took this class because they thought it was an easy A, and everybody and they like their friends are in it and stuff like that. But they pretty much is failing. And then they need to do, like, this is pretty much like the last project, and they need something like a B or above for them to actually pass the class and stuff like that. So they try to make it seem like this is your problem, your responsibility to help them. When it's just like, no, if they really had taken the class seriously, they would have been able to improve the way that you prove, learn a new skill the way that you learned a new skill, and do the things that you were able to do. So it's like they want you to create this wonderful magical project and then give it to them to let them take credit for it, and they give you their little makeshift thing that's falling apart, and it's like there's not even time for you to make something else or for you to even fix it. And then they try to make it seem like, well, it's only right and it's only fair, or if I'm your friend, or if I'm your sister, I'm your it's like, it's not, it's not. But then with that, like I said, with the house is not grounded and there's no grass, they that was this some of them, it was like that was an intention the whole time, to get you to do that the whole time. And then we have Poe, Brave, Flight. You will not let fear stop you this time. Yeah. With the 5 of 1, you freed yourself from that. You let all that go. And now this person, conscience and guilt is eating them alive, because the things that they try to stop you from doing, you end up doing anyways. Or let's say that they did give it to you, and then let's say that the teacher is coming around and stuff like that. It's like in that moment, it's like you, while the teacher was looking at the stuff and grading the stuff, you had enough time to fix their crappy thing to make it so that you can still get an A. And so it's like where their project that they took from you, they got a B, and the project that you took from them, you got an A, and they're gonna be like, whoa, 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 that's actually mine. So technically, I got an A and they got a B, and then the teacher's like, then what is that? And then like, is they expose themselves or pretty much tell on themselves, trying to outdo you or try to manipulate you or best do you. They sabotage themselves, and you still end up persevering and end up the one on top at the end of the day. Well, kind of sort of, still kind of sort of cheating, but it's it's like, I don't know. It's like, but you still, so it's like you end up making 2 projects. So at the end of the day, you still passing where this person doesn't. So it's like you get it. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, you still persevere and overcame whatever challenge or whatever they were trying to do. You still brushed past it and was the one on top. And they somehow was frustrated, but it was all their pride and their ego and the intentions while they was doing something, why it didn't work out. If they just really needed help, you had no problem helping them. But it was the sabotaging and the lying and manipulating and waiting to the last minute instead of like just intentionally doing things. Then we have the Eight of Wands with the great and exalting God, with grandeur and making one passionate towards God. Then we have the Six of Wands with God taking away the evil, longevity, protection against infirmities. And then we have Temperance with the God of joy, with reconciliation, regaining the favors of those who offended. So, pretty much, with the 8 going to the 6 of Wands, it's the speed is slowing down. So where before you was all like gung ho or ready to jump in or go in all in with something, start this cycle with somebody, you might be having a feeling like something isn't right and stuff like that. So you slow down, you take a little moment, take a time out for yourself to think, is it worth it? Do you really want to do this? Or is it really a responsibility or your problem to deal with or to handle? And Because with this making one passionate towards God, it's, it's like this person hurt you and triggered you, and that pulled you closer to spirit. But then this person, like, with you doing that, they also get close to spirit. It's like something like that. Like, it's a domino effect. But where for some people it's like that. But for some people are just trying to apologize because they see that you're moving on to better things that can lead to longevity. And they know that they offended you, and like I said, their conscience is eating them alive, and now they want to ask for forgiveness or apologize, but they're not actually really sorry. It's for material reasons. Then we have the angel of strength. Yeah, you had strength to move on and persevere over what I said before, the Nine of Wands. Then we have the angel of release. See? Mm-hmm. And they didn't see that or think you was going to do that. So now think of a question, or if you had a question during this reading, you can think about it again, because I have one of the little answer cards, and then I'm going to show you. Okay? Maybe 5 seconds. All right. So the answer is yes. Okay? Boom. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this reading. Also, we have the moon out here. I would say trust your psychic abilities. They are in group. You do have some. Even if it's new to you, practice with them, train with it, and I just realized it's a bunny. You're more grounded and stable with you start to get more grounded and stable with your own psychic ability. Don't worry about what anybody else has or what they're doing and how they're doing this and this, that, and the third. Just find your own lane. And once you have your own lane and have your own style, then you can look at other people's and stuff like that. But first you gotta know like the basics. And yeah. Don't worry about what the next person or what this person saying or this person saying or oh this person is a tarot reader so I should be a tarot reader. It's like relax. Some people could just be one online, some people just maybe you're the one in person, right? One on one and stuff like that. Or like in a shop or stuff like that. So it's like everybody have their own lane and you just gotta figure out which one is for you and which one works for you. But I would say that you knew that already because the moon is here, the moon is here, and the moon is there. So yeah. Till next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.